everyone, it's Sami from Sami's Sweet Life, and today we are doing a makeup challenge. We're going to talk about this. It is going to be something that I try to talk about maybe like monthly for you guys to let you guys know how this is going. I am doing a makeup challenge because I have a lot of makeup now. I've just slowly but surely gotten more eyeshadow palettes, and the challenge is to try to use as many of the colors as possible. And this, for one, gets me using the stuff I've paid good money for, and for two, it gets me outside of my comfort zone. So a lot of these palettes, like for instance, this is just a Jeffree Star older palette. Like the colors on this, I would tend to not use hardly any of these except like the bronzies and the golds, maybe a couple of the purples and pinks, but I would use not even like half of this ordinarily. If I'm just talking about my everyday go-to looks, I just stick to very comfortable colors. Like today, I'm not even wearing anything. I'm wearing a champagne colored shimmery primer, so I don't even have actual eyeshadow on. I just have the eyeshadow primer on. But this is going to get me trying to use up some of these. I ended up actually ordering a little bit more from Colourpop, so I have a Colourpop haul for you guys coming up soon. I'm just going to walk you through the palettes that I do have sitting here in front of me. I also got the Smoke and Roses palette and a couple of their smaller palettes because they had like $5 coupons for them. And then I also got free palettes with my order. I got some of these little like 9 palette ones, which I have a few of the Colourpop ones, and they're really, really nice. These are actually 2 of the ones that I stick to most often, Making Mauves and Going Coconuts. These are more brown colors, these are more purpley colors, and those are what I tend to stick to pretty much like 90% of the time. So this challenge is to just get me using up makeup, trying out new things, getting new eye looks. So I thought I would do some sort of thing with this to where I quickly vlog in the morning showing a different eye look if it's a new to me eye look. So I have like a compilation of different eye looks that I have tried throughout the month. It won't be every day. Some of my eye looks will of course look very similar to my everyday look, but I thought like the more unique ones, I would put a compilation together maybe every month or every other month. It depends on how many I get through because I wear makeup pretty much every day. I try to take like one makeup day break a week, and sometimes it works, sometimes it doesn't. Like if we're going somewhere on both weekend days, I'm putting on makeup both weekend days. So I just really, really enjoy makeup, even though most of the time I just do the same old look, but I really love it. I love the pretty colors. I want to kind of go outside of my comfort zone this year, and this is going to be a fun little challenge that I'm giving myself for this year. So it is just a use it challenge to try to use every color in the palette. I will go to the overhead in a minute and show you guys how I'm going to keep track of this because it is going to be kind of a complicated thing to try to keep track. Before we talk about logistics, I'm going to just walk you through the stack I have in front of me and actually to the side. There is one thing I'm already just gonna toss because I just haven't liked it. I got this a couple years back. It was just one of the cheaper little Sephora holiday things, and it's really pretty, but I found that it just does not work very good. And so I'm going to just toss this one. No regrets. I've tried it out a few times and it's just not working for me, and it's old. So we're getting rid of it. Now the one that I've had for a really long time that I just cannot part with, and I know you're supposed to throw out makeup every so often, totally not happening. I love this Tarte pineapple palette. I've used the heck out of this one. You can see, whoop, it's falling down. You can see I've used the heck out of this palette, both the blushes and the eyeshadows, and I just love it. So I'm gonna give this one like one more try, and then I will maybe just stack it somewhere, like put it in the background because it's just so pretty. I just love, love, love this little pineapple, and I plan on keeping it forever. Maybe not forever, but it's just such a pretty little decoration. So I plan on holding on to this one even when I don't use the makeup. So I just love it so much. It is a very old, discontinued collection. And then I have quite a bit from Jeffree Star and Morphe and a few from Colourpop as well. So I do have the Conspiracy palette. This is quite a bit older, I think like 2 years old. I got this for myself for Christmas, and you can see like the imprints are still because I don't use this one very much, and a little teeny tiny bit of this goes a long way. This is like the most pigmented, brightest eyeshadow that I have ever dealt with. I just barely dip something in and it's like neon across my eyelid. So I'm going to play around with this, have some fun times, maybe try out this like bright neon yellow one day for like an eyeliner look in the summertime. I don't know, some of this is really, really outside my comfort zone, but I'm excited to give it a try and challenge myself to use it. Going along with that, I have the mini palette. This one's called Mini Controversy. And this one, again, like so pigmented. I don't know that I've ever had anything that like shows up so bright. So I have used the blue, and it's like neon blue across. So it's super bright, super fun. I'll have lots of fun like trying out something super creative with this one. And then the two I already mentioned, these are the only two like to the side of me. The Making Mauves and Going Coconuts. Love these. I have used these quite a bit already. And there's a lot in the palette. Even though the circles were smaller than I expected, I am used to the Morphe ones that are a little bit larger. These ones are a little bit smaller. They seem to be lasting really well. So there's that one. And then the Making Mauves is all the purplies. And I have really done some damage on this top color that is called Big Moves. And you can see there. And I found that this color, you can see it's like not blending the best. So I don't know what's the deal with that one, but you can see like the marks that are left on there. It's just not working the greatest, but I have really, really done damage on these top two. These are super duper glittery ones that I have not used very much. So I really need to start using some bling and get really into these two. They both have lots of glitter bling in them. And then next I have a Morphe and Jeffree Star palette. This is called the Artistry palette, and I got this one, I think, on sale a long time ago, and I already have shown it up. It's a lot of peachy colors, so there are some brighter colors in here that'll challenge me, but the peachy ones will be really fun to use. I have used quite a bit of the peachy ones out of this one already. And then I also have this one. I want to say this one has a really terrible name. Let's see if it even says. It's like maybe it's called the Cremated palette, Cremation palette. I don't know. It's the black and white one, and it is gorgeous. I've done quite a few really awesome smoky eyes with this one, and I love his glitters. Everything's super pigmented. No matter what you think of him as a person, because I know he can be really controversial, I find that his makeup is really, really nice. Like, you get what you paid for with his makeup. So the only thing I would say about this one, I love the packaging, I love everything. I wish his face was not right on the front. Honestly, I just wish it was like a marble color like the inside. The inside's all marbly and it's really, really pretty. I would rather it just be, you know, blank. And so then I have some Morphe palettes. I don't even know the names of some of these. I ended up with 3 new ones recently because they were on sale and I had a gift card. But these are some of my older ones. And this one is a fall themed one. Yes, this is Fall Into Frost 35F. And it is gorgeous. I've used this one a lot, and there's just tons of stuff in there. But this was like my go-to palette for a really, really long time. I've made some progress. I don't think I'm going to like hit pan on very many things, if anything, because of how I'm doing it. I'm just trying to dabble with everything. And then this one is the Such a Gem 39S. And these are some bigger, chunkier palettes, and these ones I have trouble using some of these because they are really, really shimmery, and I get a lot of fall off. I don't know if that's the right thing. I get a lot of that like under my eye when I'm using some of these like bigger highlightery type ones, but I've had a lot of fun with this purple one. When I've done this challenge previously, I'm really trying to use a lot of these colors, and I think I pretty much use all the colors on this palette. It's a really fun one, and of course I love the purples, so this one was kind of an easier one to challenge myself with, even though some of these purples are really, really bright. And then the next one I have here is the James Charles palette. I do have the full size of this, and this one is fun like for holidays and things. I grabbed this one because it has every color of the rainbow. And again, I'm gonna probably have to save some of these for summer because they are so bright. Like, these are like neon colors, so they're totally out of my comfort zone, but I really do like some of these browns and darker shades up at the top. So I will have lots of fun digging into that one as well. And again, like, very controversial person. I don't necessarily endorse buying this anymore since new information has come out. I don't necessarily value the person, but I do love the makeup. And then the 3 I just showed in my Ulta haul, I will not talk too much about these. I got 35S Sweet Oasis. It is more of a like deserty type of colors, pinks, teals. It's gonna be really, really bright. And then I also got this one, 35D Desert Bouquet, and this is another one that's very bright. This one has a lot of greens and yellows as well as the purples and brown colors, so that one's gonna be fun. I've barely used any of these newer ones because I just got them in the mail, so it's gonna be a big challenge to pretty much try every color on these. And this is the one I've used the most. This is the Everyday Chic 35C. And I just love this one. I do actually really like that they put this like blushy colored palette in there instead of just the black. And I have really, really liked, I've used some of these lighter colors up here. I've used the pink and purplies right here. And I'm gonna have a lot of fun with this one because I just love the colors on this one. They're soft and just beautiful and very, very feminine looking, and I just love it so much. So I did end up getting a few more from Colourpop. So I do have this on an email. I can tell you guys the names of everything. I don't know if everything's searchable in the store. I will do a complete haul and walk through because I did get more than just eyeshadow palettes, but the eyeshadow palettes I did purchase or got for free will also be included in this challenge. So I got Cherry Crush, which is a little 9 palette, Wine and Only, also a little 9 palette, Cloud Spun, a little 9 palette. Those ones were the free ones. Oh yeah, and Wild Child, which is another little 9 color palette. I ordered the Cabana Club, which is another really bright summery one, which I think will be great. It was a $5 deal and it just was so beautiful, so I picked it up, even though it's gonna be out of my comfort zone. And then the one I really, really wanted, which I was super excited about, is the new Smoke and Roses palette. It's one of their bigger palettes and it's all the pretty colors, all the blushy, champagne-y, rose goldy type of colors are in there, and I love that. So I have all of these to work with. Like I said, I will do a Colourpop haul when that finally gets here. I just ordered it a couple of days ago, and then I have one to give away. So that will be a fun video. Be sure to check out that Colourpop video when it pops up, because I will be giving away an eyeshadow palette, which will be fun. I've already done a couple of makeup challenges in the past, and when I did them, I was trying to stick to a palette for the entire month, and that was really, really hard for me. So I think I will stick with one palette a week or one palette every 2 weeks and see how it goes. I tried to switch it to like once every week, and then that sometimes just didn't work out because I didn't feel like changing palettes. So I'm really gonna just kind of go with the flow and decide like then and there how many days I'm gonna stick to each palette, but I'm gonna really try to use every color in every palette that I do get to. I may not get to all of them. I'm going to hop to the other camera so I can show you how I'm tracking this. It is gonna be a planner. It is gonna be a planner type situation, so I can show you guys how I'm actually gonna keep track so I can mark things off, because you know, if you're trying to use this palette for a couple of weeks, it's got a lot of colors in it. It's got 35 different colors. So like, I'm not gonna remember which shades I used all month long, so it's easy to forget what I've used. I'm going to keep track of it and mark things off. Let's go ahead and hop to the other camera and I'll show you how I'm keeping track in my planners. So I thought I would do a combination, keep track digitally and also on my phone. So I was going to just take pictures of each thing and make a little photo album. So for instance, I can just take photos of these two guys right together. I'm just gonna go ahead and take a photo, and then I can make a photo album. I used to have one called Makeup Challenge on my phone. So I have all these different albums. These are for project lifestyle things, and I'm going to just make a new one. And this one is going to be titled Makeup Challenge. Okay, so right now it just has one photo in it, but I will have my makeup challenge here, and in order to mark these off, you go under Edit. This is an iPhone, by the way, and then you hit the little markup tool. This is what I have done in the past. And then I just mark off whatever colors I've already used. And it's really easy to do it that way. And then since I haven't really used those, I'm not gonna actually mark them, but I'll have all my palettes in here, and then I can flip through and find what palette I have. I tend to always have my phone with me, so I thought that that would be an easy way to just keep track of it. But I thought if I wanted to make it more fun and plannery, I could do it on my iPad, and I could keep track of it on here. I have the Moxie Life Planner, you can see it here, and there's just this little note section. I used it for yearbook stuff, but I could just put it on here and you can just snap photos. I have to fold down my little iPad cover thing, so you've got the little photo thing. You can go straight to your camera and take photos, which now I've closed it up, but here, we'll just grab a bigger one to take up photos. And since this one has the color names not actually on the palette, it will be nice to just keep the names right there while I take the picture. Let's see if I can back up just a little bit. I am getting a glare, but that's okay. I can still see the colors and read the colors. So we're gonna say use photo for that. With this, you can resize these. Oh no, my Apple Pencil's dead. Okay, I charged it just the tiniest bit, and then I can resize or crop this, use the highlight tool or the pen tool, and just mark things off as you use them. So I thought this would be a great way to like keep track of it all together, and I can send the photos straight to here so that I have like a whole section in the planner dedicated to this makeup challenge. And with this planner, you could just add in more notes pages. You can duplicate these pages and then have as many note pages as you want. And I thought that would be a nice way to keep track of it, because in this, sometimes if I need to go back to a photo, if I forgot to put it in the album or something, it's a little bit cumbersome, but I thought this way I could play around with it. I could make notes if like certain colors are some of my favorite colors. I could make notes for that. If some of them have a lot of fallout or they don't blend very well, I can also make notes for that for upcoming videos, things like that. So that is just a quick way that I can keep track of everything. I thought this would be a little bit too complicated though, but my original thought was I would have it and then have a checklist with all the color names so I could highlight each color name. But then I thought that was just too much work. I just wanted to take the photo and X them out so that I could keep track. But for a palette like this, I feel like I could use this for multiple weeks and still not hit every color. So it's going to be a big challenge. I really don't want to just like use 5 colors just to use 5 colors. I want to make it look nice. Of course, I'm going to be like seeing my everyday friends and people, and I don't want to look crazy, so I'm not going to make tons of crazy looks, but I really want to play around with some more of these colors. I thought this would be a great way to plan it out. You can also zoom in and zoom out with this kind of planner. So anyway, that's how I plan on keeping track of everything. I hope you guys liked this video. I really want to get into using my makeup more, getting my money's worth, I feel like, because if I just use like 3 colors out of this, I feel like I'm not getting my money's worth. I want to make sure I'm using it, enjoying it, and having fun with the makeup and not just throwing it on in 5 minutes. So anyway, that's the makeup challenge. I hope you guys liked it. If you guys are makeup-aholics like me, I would love for you guys to join this challenge with me because it's going to be a fun thing to work through. And I will probably try to do like an update every month to show you guys my progress, show you guys some of the looks I've made over the month, and really make it fun and exciting for myself. And that also keeps me accountable if I'm sharing it with you guys, sharing the progress. So I hope you guys like this video. Give me a thumbs up and subscribe, and I will catch you guys next time. Thanks for watching. Bye.